So your spiritual guides they can be really anyone from any time frame. They can even be beings from other planets. They can be beings from the future. In fact, some of the guides that I see come through for people most often are actually one, your highest and best future self who's lived your entire life already. Number two, future humans who are coming back to inform us now and to guide us now from their future states. Three, potential future children that you have in this lifetime and or potential children of your friends and family. And lastly, you can have even pets, or it's not just always like your loved ones that were alive in this lifetime as your guides. In addition, I have seen a number of people work with a number of different beings that they never met in this lifetime as their guides. And in fact, that's very, very common. However, a lot of guides don't always reveal this right away. Some people are very comfortable with it and some people aren't. They really only want to hear from, like, say, their grandma as a guide or their uncle. However, really the majority of your spiritual team is so much bigger and vaster than you could even fathom. Like, we would not be able to wrap our minds around it in our 3D reality or experience. And like, even those of us who meditate and have gone to other planes, we can't quite always put it into words what we are sensing, feeling, and knowing, because we don't have vocabulary yet for it really on Earth, even in scientific terms yet. So it is possible to work with many different kinds of beings on the other side. And yes, that is extraterrestrial, previous humans and otherwise, because the soul is the soul. It is eternal. It is purely energy. And you very likely, as your gut and also your guides, have likely had many different types of experiences and lifetimes across all time, space, dimension, and reality. That said, your guides will come through and they will know more than enough about how things work on Earth, how time functions, and what you need to hear in the moment. So your guides are never going to tell you anything that's actually going to cause you harm here on Earth. I think that's very important for people to know, because people are hesitant to work with the other side sometimes out of fear. I'm telling you, if you're hearing something negative coming from the other side, one, either you're misinterpreting the message. Two, your thoughts and your beliefs and fears are getting in there and clouding the message, meaning that you may actually be poking some of your own fears and traumas and issues in the middle of their messages. And number three, you could be telepathically hearing other people on Earth who have negative beliefs, fearful thoughts, angry thoughts, hateful thoughts, judgmental thoughts, etc., and might be mistaking those for higher guidance or for spiritual guidance. Spirit and your guides will never be in that frequency. In addition, I've seen people have guides that come from all sorts of backgrounds, so on Earth. So for example, I have talked to a number of people who were working with famous authors on the other side, and when I told them, like, hey, are you familiar with, say, like Wayne Dyer, they went, oh my gosh, I just found his books recently and I've been really, really drawn to him. And I'm like, well, he's coming through for you because he wants to guide you. So guides can come in that you did not even know. There can be guides that come in that you wouldn't even be aware of in this lifetime. There may be guides where you start to see signs and signals of some sort of draw to that person or their work here on Earth, or to someone who was connected to them on Earth, to places they were connected to, or things they did or created, words they said, things like that. And suddenly they'll start coming through from the other side to help you. Now, not all guides are with us for our entire lifetimes, but I promise you, even the ones that rotate in and out are cheering you on from the other side and they're constantly beaming love and positive energy and clarity towards us to help us on Earth all the time, unconditionally. Because even the people that are doing the most awful of things, their guides work extra hard with them to get them to course correct. So while our guides cannot dwarf our free will and cause us not to do that thing, they do try their best to help. And so going back to what I was saying before, though, you can have guides or potentially call in people or ask for guidance from people who did specific things on Earth and as long as those things are in your soul alignment, and as long as that guide is like, yes, you have my permission to come in and work together, as long as you're a good frequency match for them, you will be able to call in or have guides that might surprise you sometimes. I will do a part 3. I'm Allie, by the way. I'm a psychic medium and a channeler, and I've been doing this work for almost 10 years. And I love to teach, and I love to talk about everything having to do with energy work, the other side, quantum stuff, channeling, and all of that great stuff. So feel free to contact me if you have questions or post them in the comments.